If we can correctly predict NFL Week 13, we can win $100,000. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. That's right, it's our weekly NFL contest on the Fox Bet Super 6 app where we can win $100,000 if we can correctly predict 6 NFL games. Last week we got 4 of the 6 right. Nobody got all 30 points, I should say. So nobody won the $100,000 prize. Instead, the group people split the $1,000 guaranteed prize, was to go to the people that get the most right. Points, the way you can get the most points is you can get 3 right if you can correct the winner, 2 right if you can get the win margin. So each matchup's worth 5 points for a total of 30 points. Again, last week we got 4 of the 6 games right. Winning margin is what always trips up, everybody pretty much in America. It's so hard to get that win margin right. Let's dive onto it. I thought this week was easier. I thought in terms of looking the 6 games, I thought it was a lot easier to pick winners. It always comes down to that win margin, but at least you can look at the games and at a glance you can say, oh, this team will win, this team will win. So we'll just go on through it and see how we'll do this week. All right, so the first matchup's the Lions versus the Bears. You guys know I live in Chicago, so all I hear on the sports radio is lots of Bears talk. The Bears suck. I mean, flat out, the Bears are terrible. The offense is one of the worst in the leagues. I was actually looking up, trying to find a tweet that came out about a week or so ago from Joe Ostrowski here, one of the local radio personalities here in Chicago. He always is, tweeting out these stats about the Bears offense and how awful they are. Couldn't quite find a tweet put up here during the show, but they are awful. One of the worst in the league in almost everything. 31st in yardage, 28 in points scored. Just a terrible, terrible team. The Bears somehow are favored in this game, -3. I have no idea. They're going back to Mitchell Trubisky due to a quarterback injury. This team sucks. The defense always keeps them in it. That defense has got to give up, though. Sometimes they're just going to say, you know what? Tired of carrying the load. Offense, you suck. We're just going to blow this thing up in the offseason anyway, so let's just roll to it. I think the Lions are going to win this game. It's going to be close because of that Bears defense and because the Lions suck in their own right. But give me Lions win the game by 1-3 is how I'll do this one. Next one we got here is Saints and Falcons. This is the rematch from 2 weeks ago where the Saints won the game 24-9. I would say nothing surprised the Falcons really in that matchup, right? They knew they were getting Taysom Hill. They knew Taysom Hill, what his skill set is. So him running touchdowns in, that didn't catch the Falcons off guard. What caught the Falcons off guard is the Saints are just a better team. They're better defensively. You got guys like Cam Jordan talking about being the #1 defense in the league. Guys are striving. They want to be the best. They can be the best. They've got the good stats. It's just about putting it together for 16 games to be the #1 defense. Saints defense is absolutely right there. And offensively, they're clicking. Look, Michael Thomas is back. Taysom Hill is killing it there behind the quarterback position. No reason to think that the Saints won't win the game. I do think it'll be closer, though, having played just 2 weeks ago. Falcons now at home. I'm going to go ahead and Saints win the game by 7-9 points. Next matchup here is Washington versus Steelers. Steelers coming off a Wednesday night game, having to play Monday. Washington will come off Thanksgiving, so we'll have a little bit of extra time. Washington's been pretty good, sitting in real prime position there to win the NFC East. They're 5-5-1 against the spread, 3-4-1 as dogs, and 2-3 on the road against the spread. I expect a really nice fight here by Washington. They have that defense, one of the really top defensive lines led by Chase Young. That defensive line straight up gets after it. And it's not just because they were going up against the Cowboys last week. Look at them every week. It's that defensive line that it's a strength, and it's making the back end a little bit stronger due to that defensive line. I like Alex Smith. I think he can keep this game close. He's a real good game manager. I think the Steelers will start to trip up here a little bit. They didn't quite handle the Ravens as easily as everybody would have thought they would, but that's a divisional game. That'll be close. I think the Steelers will win this game, but it's going to be really, really close. I like the Steelers to win this one by 4-6. Next matchup here is Giants versus the Seahawks. It looks like at the time of this recording, the Giants will be without Daniel Jones, so they'll turn to Colt McCoy. And Colt McCoy's flat, he's a backup for a reason. Colt McCoy is not very good. He can't even really win you 500, can't go 5-5 or, what have you when he steps in and when his name's called. Just a really bad quarterback having to step in, unfortunately, for a really good team, a team that's got a really good, solid defense. They've got some playmakers on offense. I thought in a down year, it looks like maybe they can compete for this division. But if you look at that Giants schedule starting here with the Seahawks this week, it gets awfully tough for them. Obviously, they're going to struggle to hang up with Russell Wilson, MVP candidate, defense that's coming in. I like some of the defensive pieces that they have there on their line. They're really good against the run, really, really stout against the run. Can Colt McCoy take advantage of some of their defensive secondary issues? I don't think they can. I like the Seahawks big, and I like the Seahawks to win this game by 10-14. Next matchup here is Rams versus the Cardinals. Should be a good, fascinating matchup. One of these teams need to go ahead and win this NFC West. I think both of these teams are in good prime position to battle Seattle to be the division champions. But there was one key stat. When I was looking at this game, I leaned Rams before I'd done my handicapping. Then I started handicapping this game. It made me go Rams even more. Rams under Sean McVay are 6-0 against the Cardinals and 5-0-1 against the spread in the Cardinals. So a team that beats them almost all the time covers the spread. The spread here is Rams -3. Based on that 5-0-1 against the spread, look, they've only got one push. They got 5 wins under Sean McVay. I'm going to go ahead and say the Rams win this game, and the Rams will win it by 4-6. It'll be close. Cardinals are a good team, but the Rams somehow always have the Cardinals numbers. Maybe Goff will have a nice bounce back game. So I like the Rams in this one by 4-6. And the last matchup is Broncos versus the Chiefs. Anything the Broncos do this week will look better than last week when they didn't have a quarterback. So not going to be hard to improve. They're going up against the juggernaut that is the Chiefs. We know how explosive they are absolutely on that offensive side of the ball with Kelsey and Tyreek Hill and the rest of the boys. They're going to get theirs. It's how many will the Broncos get? Can they keep this close? I want to go even more of a bigger blowout. We'll look and see. But right now, I'm just going to lock in on Chiefs winning this game by 10-14. The spread is at -13.5. So I've got them right there in that range at Chiefs win the game by 10-14. It is a divisional game, so I think that'll keep it a little bit closer. A defense that really knows this offense on both sides. And the Broncos defense is halfway decent, so they'll hopefully be able to pull the reins in on the Chiefs just a little bit and maybe let that Broncos, maybe even get a backdoor cover to help us out there. But anything they do, again, will look better than that garbage they threw up last week without a quarterback. No fault of their own, obviously. And that's how we'll round out our chances to win $100,000 on this week's Fox Bet Super 6 app. If we can correctly predict 6 matchups on NFL Week 13, hopefully I've been able to help you. Good luck on your quest to win $100,000, and we'll recap it next week and submit our picks for Week 14. I'm Jason Mattis. See you guys next time.
Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.